I wasn't going to try.
That's fine with me.
Okay,
Yeah.
some of you know who I am. So it's funny, it's interesting because I was brought up in this church and we're talking about Windrush, and even though I was writing the other day about what I'd say to introduce Sekeena. So the interesting thing is, in introducing Sekeena, kid that was Muncey, and now Muncey, I met Sekeena many years ago, and then we were reintroduced a few months ago. The interesting thing for me, and I always believe, and I'm not going to make it really short, that there is a higher power guiding each and every one of us, whether how we got here, from the West Indies or any country, to moving our lives, you know what I mean? So, when I met Sekeena, the interesting thing was, her family are all Adventists. Isn't that amazing? So, the interesting thing for me is, I believe that we were meant to meet. I'm going to introduce you, because she's going to tell you her story, and why we work together. She's nervous, so you've got to really help her, because she's really nervous.
Not as bad as yesterday. Good afternoon. I'd like to thank you for inviting me here today. My name's Sekeena Muncey, formerly Kid, Sekeena Kid. And up until a few weeks ago, we will get to that shortly, plus I am nervous a bit. So I'm sure I won't be long. Thank you, Glenda. Without you, I wouldn't be standing here, so my nerves are down to you. Love you, Dee. I have 4 children, and I live with my partner, Joe. I am a descendant of the Windrush generation. My grandma, Anita, and grandpa, Bertrand Kidd, decided to come to the UK in the late 1950s. Settling in the Seventh-day Adventist community of High River. Grandpa was 30 and Grandma in his early 20s. Although they did not come on the Windrush boat, they would be classed as that generation, travelling from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, a beautiful island in the West Indies, which one day I will travel also to. They have 4 girls, Noreen, Bernice, Vanessa and Lynette. Lynette is my mum, and she came from St. Vincent and the Grenadines in 1962. My mum was 7 when she came, with her sister Bernice, and in those days travelled on my great-uncle's passport. Young and still having to go to school, start a new life in England. Mum and her sisters, and what I realise now is they are close in many ways. Even when they moved to Preston and started their careers, either as a nurse or a teacher, they stay close to each other. My mum and auntie both worked and did their training for nursing, a dream they always wanted to do from childhood. They began their training at Whittingham Hospital and lived there. That was in them. We, even as children, or my auntie attended this church. My dad met my mum, who was working at Whittingham Hospital at the time. My dad said yesterday when I asked them both how did they meet, because without my mum and dad, I will not be here. My dad said that I'm only here because my mum got a bit randy. maybe that is the Caribbean in her, and they've been together ever since. I was born in 1985 in Lorchard, Preston, finished school and jumped into 23rd of March 2019. And how I came standing here, sharing my story of how I am celebrating my history, my ancestral history of the Windrush generation, as it empowers me to help others. Until March this year, Though I know it all now, I thought the Windrush legacy or my heritage was all to do with my grandma and my grandpa's generation, or my mum and auntie or friends like Glenda, Andrew, and not me nor my children. So when I got that call, and because of what happened to me, I created a group on social media, Preston Windrush Generation and Descendants UK. Since then, in March, applying for my daughter Lynette's passport to go on a trip in a few weeks now to Barcelona. She is a 13-year-old teenager, also a descendant. You know it was declined, and I was told by the lady on the phone at the UKVI passport office we was not British. I was born here. Oh. My initial thought and words, I cannot say here, was, what do you mean? I am not a British citizen. I was born here. The lady went on to inform me that because my father's name was not on my birth certificate, and that I then take my nationality from my mother's father, my grandpa. And she advised me to contact the Windrush Task Force to apply for my citizenship. My mother didn't know and wasn't told that she needed to apply back then. So me and my sister grew up thinking and believing we are British citizens of the UK. This has been very stressful for myself and the whole family. Lynette, my eldest daughter, wanted to give the money back. The humiliation she has felt and the bullying some of us faced and hid. Friends and family donated money, time and support to transcend the huge legacy given to me and everyone we meet, knowing who we are. And we deserve to be beautiful, loving beings. Thus, we carry that forward, helping and supporting others. Glenda Andrew, I know her as Lady G, helped me with so much. My voice to speak and realise that my own search for my family was in the group too. Cousins and aunts from the UK and all over the world. Even Glenda and I were the generation of church and family. Connection brought us together. The group and those we helped. A lot we cannot place in words, as we said yesterday. So my main priority is making sure that I do the best I can to help all those people who are affected by the Windrush scandal. The hostile environment, it highlights and raises awareness of what many people face and could face. I could not have done all of what I am doing on my own. My family, my friends, and all those who are in the group on social media, and I meet people and now are involved and working with myself and Glenda in PWGDUK.